Welcome to What the Tech, where we cut through the corporate hype to give you the real story. Today, we are tearing apart a new report from consulting giant Deloitte, and what it reveals about AI is a hidden agenda that should make every single person in the workforce pay very, very close attention.
So let's start with this number, 93%. According to Deloitte, this is how much of their total AI budget companies are pouring into one single thing.
And surprise, surprise, that one thing is not you. 93% of all AI cash is going into the tech, the chips, the software, the models. And the people, the actual human beings doing the work, they get the leftover 7%. Let that sink in. This isn't just a budget line, it's a massive red flag about the future of work.
So, what's the official story on this? Well, Deloitte's own CTO, a guy named Bill Briggs, he calls this a critical error. The public line is that companies are just getting a little too excited about the tech ingredients and kind of forgetting about the human recipe you need to, actually make it work.
The warning being handed down to the C-suite is basically, hey, you're just being inefficient. You won't get the best return on investment this way. It's a classic, safe, totally bloodless corporate critique, all about the bottom line.
But let's be real. When you actually dig in, you realize this isn't just about some simple inefficiency. No, this isn't a friendly warning. It's a blueprint. It shows a fundamental rot where people are just becoming an afterthought in their own jobs.
And this is where it gets really creepy. You have to pay attention to the language they're using because this is where the quiet horror of the real agenda starts to show its face.
I mean, you can't make this up. The Deloitte CTO talks openly about a shift from carbon-based to silicon-based employees. He even says we need an HR process for agents, robots, and advanced AI. Just think about that. Human resources for an algorithm?
So you see, this is not just some clever little metaphor. It's a deliberate, calculated reframing. It's about putting living, breathing human beings in the exact same category as a line of code.
And you can see the end game here, can't you? The minute you start calling software an employee, it makes getting rid of you, the expensive, complicated carbon unit, seem like a simple, logical business move. Suddenly, you're not a person anymore. You're just friction.
So while the executives are up in their ivory towers planning HR benefits for ChatGPT, what are their actual human workers doing? Well, they're staging a quiet little revolt, and the data on this is just stunning.
Trust in the AI tools your boss is forcing you to use, it has absolutely cratered. We're talking a 38% plunge in just a few months. People aren't stupid. They can see these tools aren't being rolled out to help them, but to monitor them, manage them, and maybe even replace them.
And so what happens? 43% of workers now say they're going completely rogue, bypassing company policy to use their own AI tools. They call this shadow AI, and it is a massive vote of no confidence.
And let's call this what it really is. This isn't just about breaking a few rules. This is resistance. It's workers setting up a huge flare that says, we don't trust you, we don't trust the tools you're giving us, and we're going to find better ones ourselves.
Look, if this is the kind of analysis you're here for, the stuff that actually cuts through the corporate spin, then do us a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button for What the Tech right now. We expose the playbook, so you know what's really happening.
Okay, so workers are resisting. Trust is collapsing, so what are the executives so worried about? You'd think it would be about their own people, right? Yeah, think again.
So what is it that really keeps the CEOs and board members up at night? The Deloitte report is crystal clear, and spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with you.
And this table just says it all. On one side, you have workers, terrified of losing their jobs, being de-skilled, getting spied on, their actual lives. On the other side, the execs are paralyzed by buyer's remorse. They're terrified of picking the wrong AI vendor. Their biggest fear is a bad investment. The genuine fears of their employees, totally off the radar.
So let's put all the pieces together. Because when you look past the official doublespeak, this warning from Deloitte starts to look less like a word of caution and a whole lot more like a playbook. And here's the playbook. 1. Create that 93-7 imbalance. 2. Dehumanize the workforce with new language. 3. When your employees fight back, just dismiss it as a training problem. 4. Wrap the whole thing in friendly, human-centric buzzwords. And 5. Push forward to squeeze every last drop of value out of the tech, not the people.
And that leads us to a pretty sobering conclusion. This entire conversation, which is framed as being about people, is really just about managing them. It's designed to get employees to stop resisting and start complying with a future that's being built for the technology, not for them.
So that's the real question you have to ask yourself, hidden behind all the stats and all the corporate jargon. Is your job being redesigned for you or for the AI that comes after you? That is the one question they are hoping you never, ever ask. Thanks for watching WtT.